Way up. That's good. It's probably good. Okay, it's good. Do I need to back up?
No, we're fine.
You found it right there.
Raymond, what am I looking at now with this white mark?
That's the 1973 marker where the water was at in 73. That's the highest it came.
So we're about 10 inches from the 73.
Maybe 12, might be, but between 10, about 10, 11 inches, yeah. You
All right.
see it?
Grab that tree.
Grab the tree.
Now, how you want to pull around?
Well,
Hold the tree so it's swing. There you go.
hang on, Brad. Let me see what's marked here. 10 inches.
Did you get a picture of it?
You want to get a picture of it? You want to get a picture of it?
Yeah, please.
Right there. Got it?
Yes, sir.
10 inches right on the button. That was a pretty good guess. That's
Watch out, move over there.
estimators of high. We walked it on up just like house movers do. And we blocked it, and then we made all the pillars for it and put it under. And since then, I've anchored it down so it can't float off. Because in 73, it did float off. It got off of the pillars, went up, and the tree stopped it from going to the lake. And when it came back down, the pillars came up through the floor. So we had to go in there after the water went down, cut holes in the floor to locate the pillars. And we had to put jacks on it from inside the camp, jack it out, got from the outside, drug the pillars out, and put them all the way around under the camp. But when I bought it, it was one foot off the ground. So I picked it back up. That's why I picked it up, to keep the water out of it. But since then, the water's been in 3 times. This is the 4th time right now.
So flood of 73, right? And when else?
Right. In 73, which means, since I've owned it,
Okay,
the water's been in that camp 3 times. This is the 4th time.
all right.
08 was one of them.
Yeah, 08 was one of them. And back in the 90s, we had water in it. When was the other time? 02, I think it was. But we didn't get much water. 2 inches one time,
Yeah.
10 inches one time, 12 inches one time. But now we figure 5.5 feet.
All right. But when you bought the camp, it had almost all the way to the ceiling. joist.
That's
So
right.
that's 8 feet.
That's right.
And it was a foot off the ground.
And it was a foot off the ground.
So that would be 9.
9 feet
All right.
from that marker. So that's how we transferred this mark to my camp the last time we were there. And I got on the wall and figured I put the 5.5, and then I put 6 if it went higher than this, and it'd be about 6 foot of water. If it goes a foot higher than 73.
All right.
So we got that all figured out.
So that means you'll have to cut out the sheetrock.
It's all plywood.
Okay.
Take all the plywood out, junk it.
Paneling.
All the paneling, all the insulation, junk it. We'll check the wiring. The wiring is copper, you know.
Uh-huh.
But we'll probably have to change all the receptacles, all the switches. In other words, have to do the electrical over again. too.
Okay.
Oh yeah. We'll have to redo all of it.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Still hungry. No wonder it ain't long.
Still in the Florida camp.
Hey, you got it?
Pick up on it or push it on. Don't put too much pressure on your stick.
There you go.
It's locked, right? There you
Yeah.
go. There you go. Okay.
That's good.
You just have to pick up the water's got it, Ralph.
Now, how deep's the water here to the bottom of your camp? Did you say 9 feet?
Right now, yeah, at least.
All right.
We've got about 9 foot of water right here.
And why is your camp floating?
Because that styrofoam all under And I figured the styrofoam when I built this camp is between 10 and 10.5 tons. And I got it in the air. We figured how much each block of styrofoam would lift, and we got enough to put on it to lift it. And that's why it's floating today.
What's the purpose of the rods on each corner?
That's to keep the camp with this current they have from going downstream. Next year we're going to put some more on the fronts. Those are embedded way in the ground, and that anchor is right on each corner, and it slides up on that pipe and right back down and sits back on the pillar. The sewer breaks loose by itself. We don't have to worry about it. It comes apart. We take the hard pipe. We got union, break 2 of them loose, shut the valves off, and that's it. And you're home free.
What about your power plant?
Oh,
Go and see it.
we're gonna go see
The
it
door's
right
open
now.
on it.
Around. Okay, what else you want to know, Don?
Well, have you ever seen a current like this before?
No. In '73, these boys came back to check that camp. I didn't come that day. He said the current had the camp moved towards the lake. So the current was coming around here, he said, and moving it. But right now we see the currents coming straight at us. So I think we're in fine shape.
And what's this waterway known as? Is it part of Grand Lake?
This is part of Grand Lake.
All right.
This has always got water in it.
It's a series of islands, and all this is just back chutes behind the island.
Okay.
Right. This is just a back chute and a back of the island. That's why I got a wharf down here with a boat shed that I put the boat under right now. Look at it. You
It's
don't
underwater.
see it.
So,
It's underwater
so
completely. So you can get this big boat with a top on it under. This is the highest water. Ralph, you think you can go in there to the power plant building? Huh?
You're going.
Okay.
I don't forget about this.
Yeah, that's that pipe right there. He's in fine shape.
just
This thing here is way off the river.
now, what am I looking at? This.
That is a winch that I pull my fish barrels out the water with.
Mm-hmm.
And I would imagine it's off the water line right now. But when you're standing there, when it's 10 foot in the air. So it's 10 foot from there to the pier. That's why I said it was a camp. You see, it's 10 foot under. And then you got another 6 foot down. So you got about 16 foot of water right here, right now. But the camp, I'm amazed at it. It's still doing great. It's never been this high off the blocks. You know what I mean? And so it proves that the pipes work. We're gonna go visit the power plant now.
All right.
The building, it's right over there. Edge.
Okay. What's the styrofoam?
The people that dredge out in the river, they have these big round styrofoam pieces. You've probably seen them. Well, that's what they used to float that pipe with. So that's where I went to, just out of Thibodaux, Louisiana. They had a place that was making those things, and that's where I bought them from.
So you gave us custom
So I split them in half.
specifications?
I split them in half.
Hang on, we got a little bump here.
Yeah, that tree is rotten right. Go ahead. You ain't got nothing there. You ain't got no bump. All right, we're coming up to my power plant building. We have a wood thing right here. We keep our wood under a building, a little shed light right there. It's underwater. Ralph, somebody open the power plant building.
Yep.
Take a picture of my power plant up in the air.
We got a green, big green
Building is right there, Ralph.
shed underneath it.
Kick the engine up. That's all you got to do. Yeah. I think you own it.
All right.
You own it right now, I think.
Yeah.
All right, Billy. Let's see, Ralph.
First, what you need from me to do then?
Nothing. We got another power plant building. It used to be my power plant building right here.
So that power plant building is underwater.
It's 6 foot tall to start off with, 7 foot tall, and it's underwater.
All right. And that's what the motor might have been hanging up on.
Right, that's what the motor was just.
All right.
Watch your head.
I got it. Thank you. Thank you.
Still out the water. How about that?
I can't see.
Outstanding.
It's still out of the water, Ralph. Well, you can't go up there.
Give it time. I go slow. I don't go fast. Like some
Okay.
people.
That's fine. Back you off a little bit. Now, You don't see the power plant down?
Yeah.
I don't know how to do the flash on her camera, Bert. I'd love to be able to.
It's barely touching the water now. The edge of it's barely touching. But I'm glad we picked that sucker up.
So will you be able to salvage this building?
Oh yeah, this is all treated wood.
All right.
That goes nowhere. Got it. Okay. That won't go nowhere. Now, this is all treated. Now, when I built this thing, we built it out of treated wood. So we figured, you know, so it wouldn't run. We picked up most of the good stuff up and put it up and topped the rafter. How about that, right? I know. If it don't come out no more, we spawn with our power plant. We picked it up to the rafter. Don, did you get a picture of the plant on it?
No. I don't have a flash.
That other one was flash, and the little one you
Yeah,
gave me a while ago.
the little one is, but this one,
You got a flash on it, though? Oh, wait, I'm sorry, not that one.
No.
What you were using here?
no.
Lumix.
There you go. Pull up that way. We're gonna get him where he can stick his head in. There you go. A little bit more.
Now,
Yep. It's above water.
You see, Todd?
See the generator?
Yes, man.
Now, how big's your generator?
no, not going in the water.
That's a 15 kW.
All right.
It weighs about 1,760 pounds, pretty close to that weight. Right at a ton.
And that was the purpose of the A-frame that we saw underwater?
No. We have another A-frame that we built out a 4-inch channel.
You can see
That
it
little
right there.
aluminum frame won't pick this thing up. That's why we had to put the boat on the bank. You know, we put the A-frame over it and raised it up and then put it down. The building wasn't
channel.
here, but the foundation was built from my power plant. And I raised it up in there. This building here is off the ground a good 2.5 feet, okay? So, and the plant is up higher than the floor of this. We picked it up like a foot higher. But we knew the water was coming, so we raised the power plant up. We took that same A-frame, assembled it in the building, put a come-along on it, and come along the power plant up to the rafters. So that's where we at with that power plant. So we're in fine shape there. So we're not going to have too much problems. Mostly clean up.
You're happy.
Oh, yeah, man. Now that I see that sucker floating. With all my goods in there, you know, from the kitchen sink to the stove and the refrigerator, they're all in there.
So if you were asking somebody to build in the basin, the first thing you would say is build high, higher, and highest.
You'd build real high, or either fix it where it floats like that with some guide pipes, and you won't have any trouble.
All right.
Put your guide pipes high enough, though, and get you a benchmark and go above that, like I did.
All right.
The best thing back here.
Okay, now Ralph, you want to say that that floating is the best thing to do?
That's what I would think.
Okay.
If I was
Ralph, why don't you keep the snakes out of it? He loves the snakes, that's why. When he gets you might, I got it, Ralph. You got this. That's the latch at the bottom. There you go. You got it. You got it.
Now, I need something to put in there.
No, it ain't gonna come loose, Ralph.
You don't think?
You saw how tight it was. You want something? Let's see.
I got something right back here.
Where?
Right back here. Trying to get by Mr. Don just a second.
He wants to latch that door so. See, we're not worried about water coming out of this thing. Under the power plant, I have a screen. And I cut a hole in the floor so the water would come in and go back out. So you don't have to worry about your doors. Hurt your doors or you would. It won't hurt you. And it keeps all the critters out. You got it out?
Coming.
Coming, huh?
It's coming.
I don't think as tight as you have to go to latch that sucker. We got a latch at the bottom, but it's down 3.5 feet below this. And he can't reach it.
The next latch is going to be at the very top.
Right. Exactly. But he's got it there. There you go, Ralph. You got it now. They won't go. Show up. You got it. You want me to swing your front around for you?
Yeah, let's see.
Or-
Unless I want to go,
Where you
I
can.
don't guess we can go through here. We'll go around.
Once you go around it, you'll see his camp, right? That's
Let's
what you're
go
looking
look
at,
down
right?
the camp, bro. I'll get you some of these.
I think we're
Close. It
Thank you.
breaks away and it comes right back down. Same position. It lines up. All right.
perfect.
Okay, guys, you got it?
Yep. A little bit more.
Hopefully it'll be
We would have
enough.
been in trouble. That's why we put some
We know.
extensions.
We know now we
We
got
know
enough.
now we got enough. I'm gonna mark it whenever it goes down on my pipe. I'm gonna put a line where the water was at. And
If
what?
it goes up higher in those pipes, we'll go way forward in Morgan City.
Right. Lockhart camp is right here.
Sorry. We're gonna go
We
in
wasn't supposed to get no water in here, camp. He's sitting up on the hill. His camp's about 2.5 feet off the ground, but he's on the hill. That's why his camp doesn't have that much water. All right, he's not right on the foot. You see that? No. Water level is right there.
It's about even when he's got a good
He's got, I think,
2 foot.
He's hard in Cavaliers camping. They're on the hill.
He's got about 2.5 foot of water.
You know, let's see the back of Craig's camp here. But he said, I'll call you. I'll call you, Craig. He wants to know that he come out here. You can't get in the camp now. You can't get in there if you wanted to raise everything up. His mattress and all that. If he comes up a little bit,
He can get in there by swimming.
he's got about 10 inches to go to his mattress.
His generator shed's in
That
pretty good
generator
shape.
shed right there, I'm gonna tell you how high it is. You can reach up and touch the top of it, okay? So that's a good 6 foot off the ground, that generator shed. That's how much water you have under it. But I don't think it's gonna get to that generator. They're gonna be fine. I hope that refrigerator didn't float off. Remember to just put it on top there?
It's probably hung up underneath there somewhere.
Yeah, it probably is because it flopped over. I can tell you.
You want Lunchable? Can you reach it? Get up if
What you want? You got it?
Oh, we're gonna have you plenty.
Look at that stuff.
We'll download them, and your daughter.
At the top of the ceiling, you see what I mean, Ralph? It's about, that's right. It's 6 foot right now.
Are you seeing enough on your breezeway?
Yeah, that's plenty, Ralph. I was scared it was gonna get too far, maybe, or get hung up. Guess what? It's sliding up beautiful, man. Remember, it goes up slow and comes down slow.
So you basically have street lights between these three.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right.
We got some wires strung down. Well, they go back and forth. You see, I've got a backup for my power plant. I've got a 13K. They have a rewired transfer switches. So if I have a problem right here at night, I walk over there and fire his off, flip 2 switches, and I got power again. Okay.
I guess that current took the switch going up on
See, it's rolling around the corner too, right? That's why I got that strap on top of the other can, pulling it back so it don't move totally.
But we don't want this one to move for sure.
No, well that's anchored down. Remember, we anchored that down good.
How'd you anchor it?
You know those hurricane anchors for travel trailers?
Yes.
Those with some stainless steel straps that he fabricated.
It's down with
It'll
stainless
never.
steel. It ain't going nowhere. After the hurricane of 08, that roof was gone. That other roof over there, that silver roof, that's all brand new. That was gone. All the insulation was gone. We had to redo the whole roofs. Put new insulation, new tin, new plywood.
Come on, Rachel.
I think that radio kind of better.
Sure do. They just put that up there. That ain't that long. See, they never had that.
There's old boy looking to the wheel.